Cindy.
Cindy, nice to meet you, Cindy.
There are rules around where you can and where you can't, so I can do it on this strip.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Good morning and welcome to another episode here on the coastline photography series, where I get up ridiculously early and document the coastlines around Essex. And we are back in Malden this morning shooting on the M11 35mm, and specifically today, just for fun, wanted to test out the JPEGs. So I'm shooting RAW plus JPEG. Obviously, if I get anything particularly that I like, then I will keep the RAW file and edit that for the series. But if, well, just for fun this morning, I'm going to test out the JPEGs and see what we get. Let's talk about what JPEG settings I'm running with. So very straightforward. It's not like the Fujifilm system where you have 1,000,001 different settings to play with. I'm using the vivid pitch profile and then completely manual settings. Normally on the M11 I like to go with like auto ISO and play with stuff like that, but we're just going to go completely manual and I will adjust every exposure for each scenario. Can you believe it? Actually using the camera settings. And that's it actually. There's a noise reduction setting, so that's on +1, and there is a dynamic range setting of some kind, and I think I've got it on the highest. I will show you on screen that properly, but love this scene right here. I'm getting Cape Cod vibes, but I mean that is just what a coastline town is, right? So I guess you could say I'm getting coastline vibes. I love how this truck here is just on a bit of an angle, pointing or leaning kind of into the composition, and then the houses are just lit amongst the shadows, if that makes sense. Without really changing the exposure, this just looks really satisfying. Shooting this ISO 400, 500th of a second and f8. I think we've got something quite nice here. I think what's going to happen here is any frames that I do like, any compositions that I like, any situations that look half decent, I'm just going to prefer the RAW file. I think that was quite a nice shot. Quite a pretty picture, but however nice the JPEG looks, I'm sure I'm going to edit a RAW file that's better, like a better version of that. So it's weird to think in the year and a half that I've had the M11, I just haven't shot with the JPEGs. I may have accidentally shot RAW plus JPEG on occasion, but I've never looked at the JPEGs or cared for them, so it'd be interesting to see if they're any good at all, or am I just gonna make this video, test the JPEGs, and then never use them again. So we'll see. But what's the point in all this if we don't test new things and have fun with it and yeah, play around with stuff like this? So hello, it's me from the future, currently editing the video you're watching right now, and I have to admit something. I made a mistake. I somehow managed to, after the first 4 or 5 photographs you've seen, turn off the JPEG setting so I'm only shooting RAW from here on out for the next few minutes. Bear with me, because in the second half of this video, we go back out and I take more photographs playing around with the JPEGs. So thought I'd just give you an update there. For the next few moments, you're just going to see my RAW photographs with the edit, not the JPEGs, which is the whole point of this video. And the second thing is, I'm currently filming this in my studio, or what will be a better studio. Me and Hannah bought a house, which is obviously excellent news. And I have this room. The wallpaper's yellow. There's electrics that need updating. I need to actually make this place mine. Green samples on the wall. I'm going to go for a dark green, but as I'm filming this now, I want to go with this one. It looks too dark, so maybe I need a lighter. Yeah, I'll figure all that out. And while I'm here, I thought I'd give you an update on this coastline project. If you are interested in seeing the photographs that I have selected for this series, my current favorite photographs that I've taken for this project, I've created a page on my website, and on there I will continue to update it and add the photographs to that page so you can see what my current selects are. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check that page out, and you can see what photographs I like as this project develops. And I made that page on my website with today's video sponsors, which is of course Squarespace. If you have a passion project of any kind and you're looking to take it to the next level, or even if you're already running an online business that is successful, Squarespace will have all the tools you need. My website, for example, is where I host my portfolio of photography, like all the photographs for this coastline project. But I also write blogs, I write a weekly newsletter, I sell physical and digital products. Everything I need to run my business online is done with ease with Squarespace. They have hundreds of beautiful templates for you to choose from, or you can let AI do the heavy lifting for you. Whatever you need to create a beautiful website and create and design a space that feels like yours online, Squarespace is the place to do it. So why not at least start a free trial and see what you think. After that, when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Mike Chudley to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, I think that's it from this very ugly looking space. Hopefully, as the weeks and months go on, you will see this room transform entirely. So let's get back to the photography.
Really love this beautiful yellow house. Complements these red cars here perfectly. I just need to try and find a composition of some kind.
So thankful. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm so thankful for photography, for making me get out and do stuff like this. Just going for a walk, that's great. We should all do that, right? But going for a walk with photography in mind, just it's the icing on the cake, you know. I probably wouldn't come out this early in the morning just to walk. Maybe if I had a dog. That's probably what a dog is for. But photography is my dog right now. I have to get outside and shoot just because I want to scratch that itch, and I'm thankful for it. What's interesting is I've been down here a lot for this project, specifically in Malden. I quite like it around here, but I've never really stopped at that boat and taken those photographs that I just did then. Maybe it's because there was flags on that boat and there normally isn't, or I just don't usually notice the flags. Often, if you go and shoot a lot of the same places, that voice in your head might be like, oh, you don't need to go there, you've done that before, same old, but if the light is just hitting something a bit differently, or if things have changed since you just don't know what you might see. And I always like that idea that you never know what you're going to see until you get out there. So Whether them photographs are any good, who knows, but I had fun for 5 minutes there playing around on that little boat.
Morning. I'm working on a project documenting coastlines in Essex and the people that live there and the spaces in the morning specifically. Yeah. But this is so adorable. Oh, that's cute. Very good.
Got it?
What's your name?
Pauline.
Pauline, nice to meet you, Pauline.
She's Cindy.
Cindy, nice to meet you, Cindy. Have a nice day, see you later. Hey, John.
You all right?
Mike, I took your portrait.
Oh, of course, yes, you've got a short hairstyle.
Yeah. Good to see you down here again.
How you doing?
I thought I'd see you again.
Yes. When did I last see you?
Oh, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, nice to see you.
Good to see you again, mate.
Cheers.
See you later.
And just like that, I think cloud coverage is taking over for the day, and that morning light is officially over. So I'm going to get a coffee and crack on with my day. Lovely little morning. Let's try this again, shall we? And actually have the JPEG setting turned on. This morning I am here at Southend, and I think summer is officially over. It's the 2nd of September at the time of recording this, and it's actually cold. So let's have a wander up and down, see what we can see, have fun with some JPEGs. I saw a few comments, people asking how I mount my POV camera to my chest, and it is with this magnetic chest mount. So I wear this essentially, and I put the necklace chest mount like inside my hoodie or my t-shirt, and then this magnets to it. So I'll put it on so you can see what I mean. And then it's on there pretty good. For this morning, I am being extra vigilant. I am actually shooting JPEGs, but I also tweaked the Vivid JPEG recipe. Are they called recipes on Leica? I know on the Fujifilm system, JPEG recipes are all the rage, and I love using them on the X100V. But for this Vivid picture profile, I have reduced the sharpness by 1. I have increased the saturation by 1, and there is high dynamic range. Who knows what that really means until I see the JPEGs. Hopefully they look somewhat decent. I'm expecting them to be half decent, but like I said a few days ago, the raw files are probably going to be the one that I keep and edit and work with, but it's fun to try these things nevertheless.
This might sound really random. I'm working on a project. I'm a photographer.
Alright.
Working on a project documenting the coastlines in Essex,
Alright.
like different towns and whatnot. And then I was going to ask if I could take your portrait of while you're doing this.
Oh my God, really?
But I get yeah, because it's different and you don't see this often.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm very new to this though, so
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Have you found anything cool so far?
No. Cool. I like.
Great, yeah.
It's my lucky coin. I just came back from Georgia and I found a coin detecting.
Oh, that's-
it's not very old.
Did it
It's
take a
like
photo of
the
that?
30s. It's a Russian coin.
So I was just thinking that this morning's photography session wasn't the best in terms of I didn't really see anything that caught my attention until I just saw that lady metal detecting on the beach. And I thought I'd strike up a conversation. I've not taken a photograph of someone doing that before. She was looking for crap in her own words. So yeah, I took a few photographs of her doing that, and I didn't prioritize the JPEGs. And what I mean by that is I was taking quite a few photographs and adjusting the f-stop to get a few variations. I played with the shutter speed a little bit, and while I was doing all of that, I was just doing it through the rangefinder and I wasn't looking at the screen, so I don't know what the JPEGs look like. I'm assuming there'll be a frame where her movements and her expression and the composition will be ideal, but the exposure might be a little bit too bright or a little bit too dark, and I can work with the raw file to adjust. All of that is to say that I wasn't looking at the screen to make sure that the JPEG was great. I was just prioritizing focus and f-stop variations just to get a few different types of photographs. Hopefully that makes sense. One of the best things about these morning walks and these photography sessions is that it's nearly 8 o'clock, so coffee shops and breakfast spots will soon be open, so I'm gonna go do that.